All right, you guys, welcome to tonight's Healthy Living Revolution call. Tonight we have some moms on a mission who are going to be sharing a little bit more about ways to stay healthy and also ways that they've been able to generate an income while also being able to help others and be a resource for ways to keep their families healthy. You know, it's really important, I think, as moms, our number one goal is to gift our kids with health. You know, if we don't gift them with their health, then all their chances of all the successful things and all the dreams that we hope for them, it really doesn't matter, right? So you're going to get to hear some stories about, how they are protecting their family's health and how they are gifting their family's health. And then they'll also share, like I said, a little bit more about, what they've done to help other families and other children, and a little bit more about some of our programs around that. So we're going to just get right started with that. And first up is Lauren Klitzsch, and she is from North Carolina, and she's the mom of two young children, just had a baby not even a year ago, right? Is she a year old yet, Lauren?
No, not yet.
Yeah, so how old is she now?
7 months.
7 months, that's right. So she's a busy mama. So Lauren, will you share a little bit more about yourself and a little bit more about Juice Plus and how that's keeping your kids healthy?
Sure. Thank you, Reagan. I'm excited to share. I guess I'll take it back a couple years, and I was an athlete. I had the opportunity to play Division I college volleyball at a really competitive level, and I was an athlete my whole life, and I thought that because I was super active that qualified me for knowing what it was to be healthy and kind of what it took to be healthy. And gosh, now looking back, knowing what I know, I was so wrong. I was suffering from debilitating migraines several times a week, and that even carried through into my first year of marriage, which was just a heartbreak for me. And as well as chronic fatigue, in school, I would come home from class or practice, and then in my professional life, I'd come home from work and just feel like I needed to lay down and take a nap for a couple hours because I was so tired. And then my skin was like that of a teenager's, even well into my mid to late 20s. And that was super frustrating for me. And so then when my son was born, I kind of had my aha moment. And I had this little body that I knew it was my responsibility to care for him and feed him. And I wanted to provide, a strong foundation for him for the rest of his life. And so I started doing lots of research on nutrition, taking online classes, and trying to learn as much as I could about how I can feed him well and give him what he needs. And not too long into that journey, I realized that I was never going to be able to feed him the way that I should. It's recommended right now that we get 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables in our bodies every single day. And I remember the first time I read that, I laughed out loud because I was like, that's just crazy. How am I ever going to do that? Especially with kids as they grow up. Sometimes they're picky and they don't want to eat their veggies. And so I had a little bit of a period there where I felt hopeless because I knew how important it was at this point that he got good nutrition. But I also just didn't know how I was going to give that to him. And so I had a friend from high school who I knew took Juice Plus for years. And so I was a little bit familiar with it. But then I was working in the health and wellness industry after college and kept running into a lot of doctors and health coaches who I really respected and valued their opinions, and not just their opinions, but their knowledge and their research. And they were all raving fans about Juice Plus. And I was like, oh my gosh, there it is again. Okay, now I really have to take a deeper look into what this is about. And so as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I need for my family. I need to get this nutrition in my family's body. And the research that has been done on Juice Plus just made me so confident that we were getting this into my family's bodies every day, and also that I knew that I would be able to and wanted to share it with other people. And so fast forward 2 years, where I can now say that I'm migraine-free after being able to incorporate our Shred 10 program, which I'll touch on in a second, into my everyday life. And I have more energy than I've ever had, even raising two little humans. I have more energy. And that is just the biggest gift to me, to be able to take care of my kids and not have to worry about having a migraine and keeping up with them and making sure that they get good nutrition, not just for our health right now, but for their health down the road in years from now, which is so huge. And so you know, I've been able to share this with people that has, and kind of pass on that gift that Juice Plus has given to us. And it's allowed me to stay at home and be with my kids, which has been a lifelong dream of mine, and just the biggest blessing in that way. And I even used Juice Plus on my prenatal nutrition with my daughter in my second pregnancy. And I felt so confident in being able to do that again because of the research. And so I'm just so grateful for my friend from high school who shared Juice Plus with me a couple years ago, and that it has been a huge blessing in our household for our family's health. And so I wanted to touch on a couple programs that we have. The first one is our Children's Health Study, which is my absolute favorite thing about the Juice Plus company as a mom. So here are our Juice Plus capsules. This is our orchard, garden, and vineyard blend, fruits, veggies, and berries. This is 30 fruits and vegetables that you're getting into your body every single day when you take these. And any adult who takes these capsules gets these for free for their child, which is just an amazing gift. They also come in the berry blend. These are chewables. They're gummies, which are delicious. My 2-year-old son loves them, as does my husband. They're a great thing for kids who can't swallow the capsules per se. But I want to show you guys what a capsule looks like. If you can see it, you can actually see the food that is inside of that capsule. It is only food, and you can see there's a nutrition label on the back. This is considered food by the government. It's not a vitamin, it's not a supplement. The only thing that is in here is food. And so it's great that our family is able to get our nutrition from whole food sources. We also just came out with the Omega Blend, which we are loving right now. And I so wish that I had these when I was pregnant, but they're great, full spectrum omegas, also plant-based. We skipped the fish and went right to the source of the omegas. Loving these right now. And then the last thing I want to show you guys is our powders, chocolate and vanilla protein, plant-based again, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free. And I'm a big chocoholic, so I would normally say chocolate's my favorite, but I really can't decide because I like them both, the chocolate and the vanilla. Those are great to have pre or post workout, quick breakfast on the run, which as a mom is crucial some days, just to have something healthy, really high quality nutrition that I can grab really fast instead of something else that is fast but maybe not so great for me to put into my body. So I love having the complete shake as an option to do that. And so, like I said, you can get the chewables for free for your children ages 4 through 18 through Children's Health Study. Another thing that I want to share with you guys that I absolutely love is our Healthy Living Revolution. It is a movement across the country of inspiring people just to live healthier and build healthy habits. If you go to healthylivingrevolution.com, there are a ton of free resources, education, there's recipes, there's so many resources that are for free for anybody at healthylivingrevolution.com. So I definitely encourage you to check that out. And then the last thing I want to talk about that I kind of mentioned before was the Shred 10 program, which completely transformed my health. And I'm so glad that I started doing that because that's how I was able to alleviate my migraines. But the Shred 10 program is a 4-month program with a 10-day kickstart. And it's for people who really want to focus on their health. We want to shred those habits that aren't serving you and replace them with healthy, lifelong habits. And I take that 10 days every single month to kind of reboot and reset and really instill those habits for life. That's what it is. I want to create healthy habits for longevity and for health. So that is what I wanted to share about tonight. And Tracy is up next.
All right. Thanks so much, Lauren. Hi, my name is Tracy Zuschlag, and I live here in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. And I was introduced to Juice Plus. Reagan was there in 2005. And my kids at the time were 2 and 5 years old. And as a mom, we all understand that our kids eat what they want to eat when they eat it. And my kids, even though I felt like they were eating well, we did have some digestive issues. My daughter, who was 5 at the time, was a preemie. And, she wasn't going to the bathroom like she should have. And I have always really been into science and nutrition, and I'm currently an Ayurvedic practitioner. At the time, it just made so much sense. Once I saw really that it was just fruits and vegetables, it was just this, oh my gosh, like I finally have a little bit of control as a mom to be able to, and a peace of mind, to be able to give them something that was just so good for their bodies. And now they are 17 and 14, and they continue to take, they still love the gummies, but they also now take the capsules. And every morning when I open up the gummy bag, my dog, his name is Hobbs, and I also have Calvin, by the way, he's my son. Hobbs will sit there when he hears the bag open, and he also gets his gummies every day. So it's for the whole family. And my husband has even gotten on board, and he also makes the complete every morning. And that's the other thing that I really love, that I can get that kind of nutrition in my kids and my husband every single solitary day. And truthfully, we don't miss school because we're sick. It's really amazing. They're really good athletes. They're really good students. And and also as an Ayurvedic practitioner, the reason why I have clients come and see me is because they have questions and concerns about their diets, their lifestyles, and they have health issues. And to be able to share with them Juice Plus with such conviction, with the science that's behind it, and I can show them that this is food, it is amazing. So thank you so much for having me. And Jena, you're next.
Thank you. I'm going to unmute myself. I have 4 kids over here, so let's hopefully they stay quiet. So when I first heard about Juice Plus, I knew that this product was a no-brainer, that it was something that we needed to add to our diets. My husband wouldn't touch anything green at the time, and so I knew this was something we needed. We were working a lot. We were constantly on the go. So it kind of changed what we were deciding to eat, which was wonderful. But for me, the biggest thing is that I've had 3 healthy pregnancies and 4 healthy babies without taking a prenatal. And I just used Juice Plus for all 4 of my children. And I was so blessed to have that nutritional support that I needed. My last pregnancy was a twin pregnancy, and they're about 15 months now. And they did amazing. They were wonderful weights. They didn't need any time in the NICU. They didn't need any oxygen. And they came home with me 2 days later, which was really remarkable. And I was just so blessed to be able to to hold them the minute they came out, and they didn't have to get whisked away. So that was wonderful. I have 2 other boys too, who are 7 and 4. And so let's face it, they're going to eat like kids. They're going to, want the kid kind of food. But for me, this is the best nutritional support that I have found that has that research behind it. So I decided to join the business shortly after taking the product. I was, sharing with everybody. So why wouldn't I want everybody to know about this amazing product? The business has given me freedom to be at home with these 4 guys, which is just amazing. I get to choose to do mom care over daycare, and I get to put my family's priorities first over that of an employer. And, that makes me just feel really good to be able to stay at home and see all these firsts and to be there for them. So I just want to show you really quick, and hopefully we can hold this up and see this. All right, we can kind of see this.
We can see it.
Okay, good. So this over here, this is kind of how corporate America is set up. I'm just going to peek around the side. It looks like a triangle. So here we can see we have the CEO up at the top, and then everybody kind of has to climb the ladder to reach the top. The CEO isn't going to go anywhere unless he retires or... See, I told you. Thanks,
it is the mom call.
Yeah, totally. So the CEO, unless they're retiring or unless they get fired, no one can, it's not that easy to reach the top. So here we have the Juice Plus model, which looks more like a square. And we see that everybody has the same opportunity. We all start at the same position. For $50, there's room for everybody at the top. So everybody has that same opportunity to grow, and the ability to move and to reach those amazing health benefits at the top are just awesome. So before these kids continue over here, I'm going to pass it on to my beautiful friend, Tracy Smith.
Thanks, Jenna. It actually is really fun to hear your kiddos back there. You're an amazing mom. I'm just so grateful to be here with all these wonderful women. I have to say, actually, that's probably one of my favorite parts about this is the community. These amazing friends that I've been able to make through this. We are like one big happy family, really. And just helping to lift and inspire each other and really on a mission to make a difference, which is pretty awesome. So, like I said, my name is Tracy Smith. I actually live here in Lehi, Utah. We've been here for 4 years. I live with my wonderful husband and our 2 girls, Stella, who's 7, and Evelyn, who's 2. And they have lots of energy. They keep me busy. And I'll have to say that, you know, I love being a mom. And we waited a long, long time for these 2 kiddos to come into our life. So, in fact, it was before we had them. It was a really good friend of mine who first introduced me to Juice Plus. And I still remember just being floored by the information, especially about the research. That is really what caught my attention. And I knew right away this was the best and simplest way that we could bridge that gap in our nutrition. And the next thought I had was everybody I know needs to know about this. And so, of course, we got started right away. And little did I know that the impact that one simple change would have on our health. I mean, you should have seen the way we ate before before Juice Plus and where we are now. It really was a catalyst for so many great changes. But what I love is when we did start and added Juice Plus to our diet, we noticed some wonderful things, like we had more energy. We were getting sick way less often. In fact, just a few days ago, I started to feel like a sore throat coming on and doubled up, tripled up, and my juice was gone. Like my dear neighbor had the same thing, and she was still dealing with it 3 weeks later. So that was the power of that, you know, support to my immune system. But other things too, like I used to have digestive issues all the time, sinus infections. My husband's asthma improved a lot. And then we just started going through craving more healthy foods. So I was just so grateful for that, especially with the shred too. That just kind of took it to a whole new level for us. But what really probably gets me most excited and I'm most grateful for is the peace of mind that I have. Knowing that no matter what kind of a day we are having, that my family's getting this incredible foundation of nutrition every single day. And it's helping to prevent aging and disease. That to me is a true health insurance policy for my family. And that was important for me because shortly after I was married to my husband, he lost both of his parents to cancer at a very young age. And then I almost lost my dad to a heart attack. And, you know, having seen what that put our families through and knowing that I'm not the only one, right? I mean, the statistics are so high for these things that I became compelled to be a mom on a mission to really do what I could to spread this message and see if I could prevent even just one other family from going through that. And I also didn't want to put my family's chance, you know, put our family's health to chance with those kinds of statistics. So I'm just so grateful for what Juice Plus has done for our health inside and out of the camp field. And the other piece of it too is just I love that I can work this right alongside being a busy mom at home. I'm able to work it around my family because they really are my number one priority. We waited a long time for those sweet girls of ours. And I also love that this has given me a path to freeing my husband. That is my ultimate goal. He comes home pretty stressed, with a lot of pressure from the job that he's in right now. And so ultimately, I'd love to retire him so we can spend more time together as a family. He has less time working and doing the things that we really want to do in life, spending it with those we really want to. And so I'm just so grateful. I will forever be grateful. And I'm definitely doing this for the rest of my life. Pretty awesome. And I think Judy is going to share her story now.
Me? My turn? Hello, everybody. Thank you for that, Tracy. My name is Judy Lopez, and I'm a wife and a mom to 4 and a grandma to more. And when I found Juice Plus, I was gaining a whole lot of weight for no reason whatsoever. And I lost my mom and both my brothers to heart attacks. And I knew that if I didn't get back to a healthier weight, that I was headed for the same fate. And you can call me clueless, but I thought that celery sticks and canned corn were the only vegetables that I needed. So when I started eating Juice Plus, it just totally boggled my mind to think that something so simple could be so powerful. I no longer suffer from migraines. I'm off my cholesterol medication, and I even dropped 20 pounds. That was a plus, and I've kept it off. I've kept that weight off. I became a team member right away. The reason I did was I just wanted to get my product, my Juice Plus, for the best possible price. And I never intended to do any more with this, but after having Juice Plus pumping through my veins for 2 years, it came to my senses. Not only did I realize that others could benefit from this, but I realized that I was sitting on a way to create a really strong financial foundation for myself and for my family. I have, not only is my Juice Plus paid for every month, but I'm creating a really nice income that is funding our home improvements and travel. I have grown leaps and bounds personally. You can ask Reagan. I don't know that I would have been here, but I really have grown leaps and bounds just personally. And I have met the most amazing people. And one of you girls said, met a lot of friends. I've made a lot of great friends. I'm really grateful that I found Juice Plus. I think the best part for me is that I get to help others and watch their successes. Yeah, I'm super grateful that I found Juice Plus. And with that, I will turn it over to you, Reagan.
Okay. Well, I don't think I said my name in the beginning, but I'm Reagan Dean. I'm actually a national marketing director with Juice Plus now, which is kind of funny because when I first heard about Juice Plus, I was the most skeptical person I've ever met to this day still. And the reason for that is I is one of those people that I've never done very well taking vitamins. They've always upset my stomach. So I thought it was a vitamin. And when I finally understood that it was actually a simple solution for my family's health, that there was just fruits and vegetables in there, it was juiced and concentrated, and it was a way to flood our body with all this produce, I was pretty impressed. And I still was only impressed to do it for my kids. As moms, we always eat the crusts of our kids' sandwiches and things, right? So we never really take care of ourselves. And so because of our Children's Health Study program that Lauren mentioned, and I found out I could get my kids, who were at that time, they were 6 and 9, they could get Juice Plus for free if I took it and my husband took it. It's one per adult. I actually ordered it with that program just for my kids. My husband and I came by default. And what happened was over the next few months, I started seeing huge improvements in my family's health. My son, Christian, was in the doctor's office at least once a month and on another antibiotic for everything from sinus infections, tonsillitis, you name it. If it came along, he got it. And then Ellie, my daughter at the time, she was getting the same thing coming right behind. And I was pretty concerned about that because I thought I fed my kids super healthy, but I was a lot like Judy. I thought if it was corn, peas, beans, and corn, it was okay. And I've learned so much from being part of this community that, fresh is best. And Juice Plus totally changed that. So after my kids got on Juice Plus, they stopped going to the doctor. And my son and my daughter they both never really went to the doctor again, maybe once or twice for any illness. It was always just well-child checks. They are now 21 and 24. They still take Juice Plus. And it's funny because they will drive home to get their Juice Plus if they run out, because they totally get that it really, really helps with their health and keeping them healthy. And they insist that their boyfriend and girlfriend take Juice Plus as well, which I think is hysterical, but it's true. So that was 14 and a half years ago, and I'm so grateful that we, as our family, have gotten to flood our bodies every single day with this powerful, powerful tool called Juice Plus. The other thing that happened, which was pretty cool, was that we got to change their metabolic program, and my kids refused to eat fast food growing up, and it wasn't me telling them not to, they just didn't like it. And I actually got to spend some time with Dr. Bill Sears, and I asked Dr. Sears, why that was, and he said, well, it's called metabolic programming. And he says, when your tissue health gets healthier, when you put in junk food, you don't feel so good. So for kids, they equate that to the fact that, I don't like that, Mommy, which was fine with me. And then I also wanted to show you, hold on one second here, got a little bit of background noise. Let me mute it. Okay, so then what happened was I was a lot like Judy, where I thought, I'm just going to get the best price possible. Never, ever intended on sharing this with anybody. But what happened when I saw those benefits in my health and in my children's health, my husband's sinus infections got better. I was recovering from a massive knee surgery, and I know Tracy probably remembers that. I was faster on my bike after knee surgery. It was crazy. all of my friends started asking me what the heck was going on with our family's health. And so I started sharing with them. So I want to show you what happened. And I know it's kind of a little bit hard to see here, but this is me in the middle. I started sharing it with my friends just to be a resource, like here's some information. Whether they wanted it or not was completely up to them, but I wanted my friends and my family to get the same benefits that I did. And so, I shared it with my friend Leslie and Joan and Laura and Lauren and Sue and Terry and Nikki and Ellen, all of these people. And what happened is they had a great experience as well. And just organically, they started sharing it with their friends. So my friend Joan shared it with Tracy, who's on the call. She shared it with Melanie. Both of them have shared it with tons of people. My friend Leslie in Minnesota is also a national marketing director now, and she's shared it with a ton of people. My friend Ellen has all kinds of people that are now taking Juice Plus all over the world as well. So you guys can see how that kind of happens. And now, I couldn't really draw this out, and I'm obviously not a very good artist, but now we have thousands of people, and all of the girls on this call are in one of these circles, right? And they're sharing it with their friends, and not because it's something that they feel like they need to go out and push on people. It's because they're passionate about being a resource and helping other families and helping these kids, make a difference, in what they're eating and their health. So it took me only 2 years of sharing that casually to create a 6-figure income with a full benefits package. How would you like to have that? And it's just become my passion. So I went from somebody who wasn't going to share it to being able to help thousands and thousands of people create an amazing income and do it while I was helping my friends. So, I really encourage you to help us to share this message, because so many people are looking for a way. They're struggling to get their kids to eat healthy and not have to go to the doctor so often. And, like I said before, I think as a mom, our number one goal is to raise our kids and gift them with the best health that we can so that they can have a great future. So I really encourage you to look at, helping us do that, getting this into your own bodies. As moms, sometimes we don't want to just eat the crust. We want to, put our own mask on first and then help other people. So with that, I believe good health doesn't have to be complicated. I believe we all should have a choice on how to spend our time. I love that these mommies are getting to spend, time with their kids versus putting their kids in daycare, and, being able to build their own dreams versus having to check in and build somebody else's. And you know what? I'm also very passionate about up-leveling my health as well as other people's health, while at the same time creating financial freedom. Our mission is inspiring healthy living around the world. So, if this information intrigues you at all, we invite you to join us in sharing the healthy living revolution. So please get with the person who invited you, get some more information, and come join us, because we also have a lot of fun. Don't we, girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And I want to also thank all of you girls who helped share tonight, and thank you for all of you girls who have joined us.